Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a bit of a different video. I don't really do videos like this. They're normally based on like what I've bought, what I've been loving, makeup, hair, fashion, beauty, blah blah blah. So anyway, I've decided to do a different video because, yeah, just to be a bit more relatable on my channel instead of just talking about like fashion and beauty and everything. So anyway, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 TV box sets. And I am a self-confessed like DVD, TV, I just watch so many. I'm just a TV addict really. And when I'm not out at college or not down the shops or not filming a video or blogging, I will definitely be watching a DVD or a TV box set. And I have 5 main favourites. Me and my mum own around 1,000 films or more, probably 1,200 now. And anyway, we own so many and we just love watching films and TV box sets. And yeah, I just have to share with you my top 5 TV box sets. So I'm going to start with my least favourite. It's not my least favourite because it's still one of my favourites, if that makes sense. So these are all my favourites, but I'm doing it in order of least favourite to most favourite. So the last one you'll hear will be my top number 1. So in at number 5 is a really great British comedy gold box set. And this is The Inbetweeners. And if you are in England or anywhere in Britain, you will definitely know of this. It's always on E4, Channel 4, all of those channels, and that's where it originally started, and it's just such a good box set. This is certified as an 18, so if you're under that, I wouldn't recommend watching it, although I did. So yeah, I did. I watched it when I was probably around 14, 15. But anyway, I love it and I just think it's hilarious, and if you are in school you will just love it even more. This is about 4 lads who are around 17 to 18. So they're around my age, they're in 6th form, which is technically like the first year of college, second year of college, and they are just studying at this school where Neil, Jay and Simon actually went. And then Will comes along and he is new and he starts in 6th form. And he is quite serious and posh to begin with, but he also has a really, really silly side. And he is just an amazing character. And if you're at school and you're bullied or you just don't have many friends or you don't fit in that well, then you will definitely understand what Will is going through, basically. So yeah, Will is quite a relatable character, especially if you're not blessed to have that many friends and you're a bit picked on as well, because he is just such a relatable character and so funny as well. But anyway, he meets Jay, Neil and Simon and they become really, really good friends in the end. So at first, they're not that bothered in being friends with Will because he's picked on by all of the other kids and they're just not that nice to him to begin with. But then when they actually get to know him, they really, really like him and they just turn out to be lifelong friends, as you'll know if you've seen the movies 1 and 2. But yeah, it's just such a good, relatable, just an amazing box set. There is a really, really famous scene from this box set where Will is about to sit an exam and he has too many energy drinks the night before, and then he's sitting in the exam and he gets this stomach ache, and then all of a sudden he kind of just like shits himself, and it's so cringy but just so hilarious. And I remember when I was sitting my exams, like last year, I was just like, oh my God, I'm not having any energy drinks. No way, that is not going to happen to me. But it's such a good box set. I cannot recommend it enough. If you love comedy, especially British comedy, and you understand it well, this is going to be for you because it's so good. And yeah, it's probably really, really cheap in HMV or online because it's been out for quite a while. It came out in like 2010. So it's been around for a good few years. And it's just still bloody hilarious, and I really do like this and totally recommend it. Then in at number 4 we have the Only Fools and Horses box set, which I really, really like, and I love this so much. So this has been out for loads of years. I'm pretty sure it's been out for absolutely loads of years. But anyway, they have 7 series in this, as well as an abundance of specials, so like Christmas specials, Easter specials, New Year specials, loads of specials. So anyway, it's about these 2 brothers. You have Del Boy, who is played by David Jason, and you have Rodney, who is played by Nicholas Lyndhurst. These two characters are just so amazing and I really, really love them. So basically they live with their granddad to begin with, and then once, because he dies in it, which is really sad because he dies in real life, and then they bring in Uncle Albert, and they are just amazing actors, amazing characters, and I really, really love this box set so much. So yes, Only Fools and Horses, it's a really, really good storyline. So basically Dell and Rodney are living in a flat in Peckham, and they just want to get by in life. They just want to have a good substantial amount of money, and a lot of people can relate to this because it's so relatable and just so, I don't know, just so lifelike as well. So basically Dell has this thing that this time next year he's going to be a millionaire, and he just buys all of this like pretty much crap and goes to a market and just sells it. And he does really well because in the end, like a few series down the line and a few specials down the line also, someone finds a pocket watch. I think it's a pocket watch, and it is worth loads and loads of money, and it's just the best ending. And it's perfect, and they end up taking it to an auction, and then they end up just having like millions of pounds, and they are millionaires then. And then it's like everything that Dell said has actually come true, and it's just incredible. And then a few years later they brought out a special, and the special is where they actually lose all of their money, and they end up in the same council flat in Peckham, and they end up doing exactly the same things as they was doing years and years ago. And it's just such a heartwarming story. It's so relatable as well, like honestly it's such a good story, and I can't recommend it enough. If you really like relatable stories that are set in like Peckham in London, like really just like pure British, this is for you. It's such a good story. I know it's a bit old, like the beginning series is quite old to be honest. Like when I first watched it I was like, oh my god, but then once you get to know the jokes and everything, it's so good, and I really love this. Then in at number 3 is a box set that my mum used to watch when it was on the telly when I was being born roundabout. So this is called Cold Feet, and this came out in 1997. So yeah, it came out in the year I was born. It came out in 1997. So this is around about the time when I was being born, and my mum was probably watching this. But then a few years ago, my mum saw it in HMV, and she was like, I've got to get it because I love it so much. And I was like, oh my god, I really don't want to watch this. But then once I watched it, and my nan watched it with us, we just like really liked it. All of us just loved it so much, and we've watched it so many times. It's just such a good story. So it's about 3 couples who meet and fall in love, and then it just follows their whole lives together. So through their divorces, through their breakups, and even sometimes through their deaths as well. So it is quite a dramatic storyline, quite heart-wrenching, really gripping, really good. So basically there's 3 couples like I mentioned. You have Rachel and Adam, so that is James Nesbitt, and pretty much everyone knows who he is. He's Irish, he is great, and he is such a good actor. Then you have Karen and David, and they are the posher couple of all of them. They're quite rich, they're quite well off. Hello. Sorry about that. So you have David and Karen, who are quite rich and well off, and then you have Pete and Jenny, who are really relatable and down to earth, and a lot of people can relate to them. You have the 3 couples. Oh, he's like laying next to me. Oh, that is adorable. Ow, he bit me. I've lost my train of thought now because he's just come and jumped on my bed and sat next to me, and this is really cute. Anyway, so you have the 3 couples. It all revolves around Rachel and Adam and their love life and their story. Adam is friends with Pete and Jenny, and Rachel is friends with David and Karen, and then they meet and like come together, and then they all end up becoming really best friends, and it's such a good story. And this is probably aimed at people in their like 20s to 30s, like originally when it was put on air, but really anyone of any age can watch this because it is such a good storyline, and it's just so dramatic, so relatable, so lifelike. And one of the scenes that I really like from this is when Adam is taking his son to a nursery day centre, and they're singing this song, and it's like, oh, I really want to sing it but I don't, oh my god. Anyway, they're just singing this song, and he's got this Irish accent when he's singing it, and it's so funny and it's so hilarious, and it's in one of the last episodes, and it's just such a good scene, and they're just amazing actors. Every actor in this is incredible, and it's rumoured that it's going to be coming back to our screens at the end of this year, beginning of next year. So I'm so excited about that, and so is my mum, because it's such a good box set, especially if you like British comedy, British drama. It's just a really good TV series to watch, and I really like it. So this is certified as a 15, so yeah, it's not bad. So in at number 2 we have a really great TV series that I just adore, and yeah, it's just an amazing TV series, and everyone in Britain has to have watched this. Honestly, they have to have. So you must have seen this, you must have. Gavin and Stacey. This is such a great box set. It's really relatable. It's similar to Cold Feet in many ways, and it's just a great box set. It's probably like Cold Feet, but just like kind of a younger generation, I would say. So if you've seen Cold Feet and it's not your cup of tea, definitely try watching this, because it's really good. So the two main characters are Gavin and Stacey. So Gavin is from Billericay in Essex, and Stacey is from Barry Island in Wales. Oh, he's done double tuck. You're a little cutie. I love you. Don't bite. He's going to this thing that he just likes to bite me. Oh, but he looks really cute, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, Gavin and Stacey. So, yeah, the two main characters, Gavin and Stacey. Gavin is from Billericay in Essex, and Stacey is from Barry Island in Wales. And they have really good friends. So Gavin's best mate is called Smithy, and everyone knows who Smithy is because he's James Corden and he's done amazingly well. He does the Late Late Show out in America. His Carpool Karaoke is going to have its own TV show, and he's just great, and he's so bloody funny as well. And literally just before I started filming this video, I heard on Lorraine that one of the jokes from this has been voted the best British joke ever. So when Gavin and Stacey get married, that was a spoiler alert by the way, Smithy, who is James Corden, he does a speech at their wedding, and because he is Gavin's best man, and he just basically pulls all this like crap out of a bag and just says stuff about it. So he's like, let's raise a toast, and holds up a slice of toast, and it's just so funny and everyone loves it, and it's been voted one of the best jokes in Britain, I think. So that is really good. So anyway, yeah, they're best mates. So Gavin and Smithy are best mates, and then Nessa and Stacey are best mates. And James Corden, who plays Smithy, and Ruth Jones, who plays Nessa, actually wrote this series together. So that is just incredible. So they didn't want to play the main part, so they wrote it for someone else to be main parts. But they play the like supporting roles so well, and I love them so much. They're my two favourite characters in this. I'm always like doing impressions of the Welsh accent because I just think it's great. I love Wales. I've been to Cardiff twice, and I just really love the Welsh accent a lot. Especially Nessa's, when she's like, oh, what's a Kieran? I just love it. I just can't stop doing it. And Ruth Jones, who plays Nessa, also wrote another box set. Well, another TV series, but I just call it box set. Anyway, and that is called Stella, and that is amazing. That is set in the Welsh Valleys, so it's not set in Essex and Barry Island. It's set in like the proper Welsh Valleys, and it's just a really good box set. And I just love it because she's always saying, all right, Presh, all right, Presh, all right, Presh. I think Carnaby likes the Welsh accent as well because I've always been talking in it since I've got him. Oh, Precious gone to sleep now. Anyway, Gavin and Stacey is really good. It's a 15, and there's like 3 series and a couple of Christmas specials chucked in there as well. And this is really cheap now because, I don't know, like all of the series that were massive like 5-6 years ago were just really cheap. And this came out in like 2009, so that's like 7 years ago. I like feel so old because I got this like a couple of years after it came out on the telly. So like that's still like 5-6 years ago. That is insane. Really insane. Oh my god, that is insane. So Gavin and Stacey meet when they are working for the same company, and they talk on the phone to each other because they have to have dealings with each other kind of thing, because I don't know, they're like selling things or whatever and they need to talk to each other to arrange things. because their bosses tell them to, kind of thing. So there's an office in Essex and there's an office in Barry Island, and that's how they meet. And then they meet when they go to London for the first time, and they take their friends with them, Smithy and Nessa. Smithy and Nessa fall in love, which I think is just amazing. They have this really bumpy roller coaster relationship, but they do fall in love, and that's what I love about this, because they all just fall in love in the end. Like, the mum and dad of Gavin are incredible. The mum and uncle of Stacey are incredible. Stacey's best mate, Nessa's incredible, and Gavin's best mate, Smithy, is incredible as well. It's just really, really funny, and I just love it so much. It's such a good box set. I've watched this about 10 times. It's so good. And then on to my most favourite ever box set. This is my most favourite box set in the whole world. So all of those 4 that you just saw were like British comedy, British classic box set TV series. But this is actually American, and this is probably the newest of them all. Actually, it is the newest of them all. Most of the box sets that I've just shown came out around 6 years ago or more. So like 6 to 18 to probably like 25 years ago. So that's just insane. And then this originally came out in, I don't know, I think it was like 2012, 2013, no, 2014. So this came out in 2014, so like 2 years ago, and it's still going strong, and I've heard that it's going to end soon because it's still on the TV in America on the channel A&E. Anyway, without further ado, my number 1 TV box set is Bates Motel. I love this box set so much. It's so bloody funny. It's not even meant to be that funny, but it is. Me and my mum just laugh at it. We love this box set so much. So basically, it's about this boy, Norman Bates. And have you seen the film Psycho? Well, I haven't. I need to see it. So basically, this is a prequel to Psycho, the film. And Psycho is based on this serial killer who was a real serial killer. So Ed Gein. And basically, Psycho portrays him in a roundabout kind of way, and then Bates Motel portrays Norman Bates, who is supposedly Ed Gein, but in a younger format and before he became Psycho. So Norman Bates you see him from around 16 to probably 19 in the last series, and it's just a really, really, really gripping drama box set. I love it. So he moves to a new town with his mum, and his mum is played by Vera Farmiga, and Norman is played by Freddie Highmore. So Freddie Highmore is a really, really big deal in Britain. He is such a good British actor, and Vera Farmiga played the mum in The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas. So she is like really, really, really good actress, and he is a brilliant actor. So the starring roles are really, really good. They purchased a motel and moved to White Pine Bay from Arizona. And what happened is Norman basically killed his dad. Norman didn't know anything about it though. He had no clue, no recollection of what happened. Basically, he had his first blackout just before they moved to White Pine Bay, and they moved to White Pine Bay because he killed his dad. But his mum just wants to keep him really, really safe, and she doesn't want any harm to come to him. She doesn't want him to go to prison or go into a mental home because she knows that there is something seriously wrong with him. So basically, they just live this really, really quiet life to begin with. Well, actually, it's not quiet in the slightest sense, but they just want to live this really quiet life in White Pine Bay, and that's why they've moved to a new area. The mum wants to start over, and yeah. So basically, the first night that they're there, they end up killing somebody. And yeah, I would say that's probably the worst, like, most gruesome episode is the first one. So yeah, I think that one is an 18, and then all of the ones after that are a 15, but otherwise it's a really, really good gripping drama. So it just shows you the life of Norman Bates before he turned psycho. So basically, like, how his mum is like really, really like protective of him, and how she like looks after him and doesn't want any harm to come of him, and how she'll do anything to protect him. It's a really, really gripping drama, and I love it. Like, I've heard that in the next series Norman actually goes to a psychiatric unit, and because he does kill quite a few people in this, but he's blacked out. He doesn't know he's doing it because he gets these awful blackouts where he doesn't physically know and mentally know what he is doing. So basically then once he has killed the person and he's run home, he will then like wake up the next morning and have no idea what has happened. And me and my mum are forever taking like impressions of them. I just always doing impressions of them. And it's just so funny, like literally.
Stop being a twit, Norman. It's not attractive and it's not masculine.
Well, here I am, mother, walking after you in a very masculine and attractive way. Call him his... Whatever, mother.
Did you just whatever me?
So yeah, me and my mum really like doing impressions of box sets as we watch them. So that was a few impressions from Bates Motel, and yeah, we just find it really funny and we just love it so much. So yeah, Bates Motel is my #1 box set, and I cannot wait until the new series is available to buy over here in the UK, and that will probably be available in around October because we got the last series in October as well. And we've literally been watching this over and over again for an entire year, and me and my mum have probably watched it in 2016 around 5 times all the way through, and it's just ridiculous because we really do love it. So Bates Motel is definitely my #1 TV series box set, and I want to know what your favourite TV box set is. So please comment below what your favourite TV box set is. So have you seen Bates Motel? Please let me know, because I literally have no one that I know that has seen it and loves it as much as I do. Literally no one at college has seen it. I'm always like, have you seen Bates Motel? They're like, no. I'm like, you need to watch it. It's so good. So literally comment below if you've seen any of these box sets. So have you seen Cold Feet, Only Fools and Horses? Everyone's seen The In-Betweeners. Everyone's seen Gavin and Stacey. Have you seen Bates Motel? Please let me know in the comments below. Also let me know what your favourite TV box set is, and if there's any that you think I should watch, because me and my mum are constantly on the lookout for new TV series to buy and to watch, and we just love them so much. Get away from that wire. No. Oh, he's so cute. Anyway, so yeah, we're literally always on the lookout for new TV series to buy and to watch. So yeah, let me know your recommendations in the comment below. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit different from all of my other videos, and yeah, it is actually really quite different. So yeah, let me know what you thought of it and if you want more like this, because I would actually really like to do book review, like my top 5 books, my top 5 films, like horror films, girly films. Yeah, just let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. And yeah, comment below what your favourite TV box set is, and I will reply to every comment. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this very different video to what I'd usually do, and I hope you didn't find it too boring, and I'm talking really fast. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week with a brand new video. Bye!